Okay, so I'm up here in Lake Norman with my friend Randy Roth, who is goes to our church, and he's one of my hot rod buddies. In fact, he owns this car right here that you guys heard me tell last year. We went to the Pinks All Out, which we made television this summer with it. We didn't win, but we came very close. So we're going to try it again this weekend, and we just wanted to ask Randy some questions. So my first question, Randy, standing here in your garage, which is my favorite place to hang out. Of course.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, is tell me your faith journey. Tell me what's the history of Randy's faith.
Well, a little bit of the faith is when I was younger. You know, I went to church with my mom and dad. You know, like most young kids did, and kind of went there, and it was very routine and Sunday school and all that. And you know, and I said, yeah, I believe, and you know, like we all did. And
Right.
and then after college, I really got away from it and didn't get back to church at all, because every time I went to church with friends, you know, it just wasn't that interesting to me.
Right.
And then Jody started going to Lake Forest probably about 7 years ago now, 8 years ago.
Right.
And I thought it was interesting. And so
Right.
that was kind of my journey that got me thinking a lot more about church and religion and so forth. And that's
In your faith.
where we ended up.
Well, how has Lake Forest, been kind of your church home? How's it played that role where, and you're still kind of on this journey of figuring your faith out? How does that?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I have to be straight with you. There's some
Yeah.
things that I don't believe. You know,
Right.
I'm wrestling with.
Right.
But that's one of the things that I really like about the church is I still feel accepted, even though there's some things that I still question. I mean, major things
Right,
that I
right.
question. And
So what's one of the things? Like what's one of
well, the resurrection.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's fairly major.
Yeah. yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I question that.
Right.
But that's okay that I do. And Mike
right.
and you and everybody else encourages that
That's right.
to find the answers. And I feel like I found answers to several questions, and that's what I like about the church is that they are open and willing to talk, and
Right.
more of a learning experience than a preaching experience. You know, standing
Right.
up on a pulpit and
Right.
talking down to you. It's like, come on in, let's sit down and we'll talk about it.
Right.
And that's one thing I really like about it. I think there's a genuine interest there to allow us to explore at whatever level we're at, to allow us to come in at that position and then continue to move forward in our journey of faith. I think that's the most important thing to me, that I don't feel pressured.
Right.
I feel comfortable, I feel welcome,
Right.
and I feel like there's always people willing to listen and help give perspective to me.
Right. Randy, thank you very much for letting us hang out with you. And so here's the bigger question: Are we gonna make television this summer?
We'll give it a shot. We'll
Yeah.
give it a shot.
So
We'll have
you're-
fun.
Yeah. So you're watching this before we actually go this weekend. When you see it, we'll have the news on whether.
So by
we-
Sunday, we'll know.
Yeah, that's right. By the time you see it, we'll know what happened.